Assalamualaikum Bokai. Welcome back to the Jalo Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football, guys. This is nakala ko wahe. This is an uncommon one, an uncommon type of recording or uncommon video format, I would say, because this is the weekend recap. Usually I do the weekend recap, I record the weekend recap, and then do some adjustment, edit the video, then upload it on the Yellow Football Bantaba platforms. But today I'll be doing it live. Today is the first time I do it solo. That is the weekend recap. But there are a few topics I would like to discuss as well, along with doing the weekend recap. The reason for this because of I have tight schedule nowadays. I'm back to work, so I don't have the time I used to have to do the weekend recap, record it, and then post it on the social, like edit it, post it on the Yellow Football Bantaba platform. So from now on, get used to me doing the weekend recap like this in a live format, kind of. But yeah, I have a couple more topics that I would like to discuss along with the weekend recap today. I'm not nyari other topics. I'm sure ne again si social media si Jollof Football Bantaba social media player of the month for September. The nominees, there were 4 players we nominated for the September player of the month. So we will discuss about those players. The month they had in September, why we think they were worthy nominees. And of course, at the end of the day, you guys have the final say. Your votes will count. The player with the highest vote usually win. Does not necessarily mean that he was the best player during the month, but he's the most highest voted player. But in most cases, the highest voted player is usually the best player, because you guys have been doing an exceptional job in making sure they send votes in and call who you think has been the better performer, because we all follow what Gambian footballers are doing nowadays. I'm just the one sitting behind the screen talking about Gambian footballers, but you guys know better than me what the Gambian players are doing across the globe. So we will look at that. And of course, the October international break is upon us. On Thursday, day after tomorrow, Coach Jonathan McKinstry will name his 25 or 24-man squad, whatever number he chooses, that will represent Gambia for the double header against Madagascar, which is a very, very important game, because we follow what Gambian footballers are doing, and we are firm believers of the best performing Gambian players. The players having minutes should be in the squad. So based on that, we will select a 25-man squad, or we will look at the previous 25-man squad and see which players can knock in that door, or can get a spot in the upcoming. Because this month we saw a few players who were in the last squad. Most of them have not been playing since before that. So that is very important to us. We want to see the best performing Gambian players be in the squad. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about the squad like I used to do it, where I will analyze every position and all that. But I will just give you what I think is the ideal 25-man squad that Jonathan McKinstry should go with in the upcoming qualifiers against Madagascar. Yeah, if I do those 3 topics, I will look at your comments as well. If you have some comments or questions that I can answer, maybe I don't know. But if there is any questions on the comments, I will take them after I finish these 3 topics. So the order is gonna be the September Player of the Month, the weekend recap. Like the weekend recap, what we usually do, we try to we cannot cover all Gambian players playing abroad, so we try to cover the best performing ones over the course of the weekend. So that's what we will do, or the key ones over the course of the weekend. And then the final one will be the squad. Yeah, so we can get into it. And if you have joined me on the live stream, guys, thank you very much. There are a few on the live right now, so thank you for joining me. This is new. I did not post it on the social, so I don't expect to have like a big number on it. But anyone who has, joined in, thank you very much for joining me. So without wasting much of your time, guys, let's get into the discussion for today. So like I say, we will start our discussion with the, where is the page? Yeah, this one. I'm sure you guys see this one's making the rounds. Let me just put my banner down there. Yeah, welcome to the Jollof Football Bandaba, the home of Gambia football and all whatnot. And where's my logo? I need to up the Jollof Football Bandaba logo, guys. Okay, the white one. I think the white one is okay for this one. So yeah, these were the 4 players we nominated for the Player of the Month. Abdoulaye Cisse, Paide, Musa Barrow, Altaoun, James Gomez, Odense, and Aliou Fadera at Como. So 4 players. Usually we nominate 4 or 5 players every month, and these are the 4 players. I think you guys will agree with me. These 4 players have been in very good form over the course of the month. If we start with Abdoulaye Cisse, like I say, he just continued where he left off. He was the player of the month for August, voted by you guys because he had an exceptional month in August. And then he just continued where he left off from August to September. Just continue from August, we don't continue to the September. In September, he played 6 games and scored 8 goals and created a couple of assists. So 10 goal involvement in 6 matches. That's what Abdoulaye Cisse did. All of his games were played in the Estonian league, but he scored some cracking goals. He even scored 4 goals in one of those games. I can remember that one against Nome, where we have the Usman Cisse, the former Falcon striker. So Abdoulaye Cisse with 8 goals and 2 assists in 6 matches. I'm not sure if any player we ever nominated scored this number of goals in the same month. So 8 is a big number. The boy has been unstoppable. He has been really unplayable in the Estonian league. If you look at the numbers he's averaging a goal involvement every 55 minutes of play. So if I want to put that into layman's time, it's easy to understand, by the way. But if you want to put it into layman's time, it's like every 55 minutes that he plays, he either scores a goal or he assists a goal every 55 minutes. So if you take his total number of minutes he plays over his course of his career at Paide, every 55 minutes he is either scoring or assisting. Football is a 90-minute game. So you are saying every 90 minutes he plays, he gets about 2 goal involvement, either a goal and an assist, or 2 goals or a couple of assists. With an attacking player, what else can you ask for? Like, these numbers, I don't believe they are sustainable, but the boy keeps continue doing it, proving it. Like, that's why I'm monitoring every single week, and then try to, do the calculation every week again, because he continued to defy the odds. I believe it's not sustainable numbers. Like, these kind of numbers are elite numbers. He's doing it in Estonian league, but he's not only playing in the Estonian league. He played in the European Conference qualifiers as well against good teams, and he was scoring for fun there as well. So there can be the narrative that he's playing in the Estonian league that makes it easy for him, but I don't think so. I just think he's a quality player. That's why, these numbers, he is keeping them up. But it will be very difficult to sustain this kind of numbers. If he sustains this kind of numbers, the big clubs will become knocking if he can sustain this kind of numbers, because it is absolutely insane. Okay, the next player we nominated, Musa Barrow. Laka Barrow, talisman, Gambian talisman. He has been in great form for both club and country, because during the month of September, he played a couple of games for the Gambia. We remember the goal he scored in the qualifiers, that free kick, wonderful free kick against Comoros. And then at club level, he scored 3 goals and then also created 2 assists. The 2 assists he created was in the cup, came off the bench and scored a couple and created a couple of assists against Modu Barrow's team. In the CAF champion, in the AFC Champions League, that is the equivalent Champions League version for Asian teams, he played his first game, scored a couple of goals. I think he's going to play his second game today or tomorrow. Yeah, he has been in exceptional form himself too. 7 games played, 4 goals and 2 assists. Talisman. Don't forget also the goal that he scored, that long range effort that he scored. He's just scored great goals, to be honest. Musa Barrow. James Gomez, like he had a torrid time last season when he moved to Sparta Prague. Then he had to move back to Denmark with Odense. Started off very decently with Odense. That's why last year in the AFCON, he did not have the greatest of tournament. But since he went to Odense, he has been a revelation for Odense, to be honest. Defensively, he is leading that back. He is winning almost more tackles than anyone, like making more blocks at the top echelon of players in that league. And then this month he wrapped up, like he got his first goal for Odense in his career. That was this weekend. They won another game 2-1. So with Odense, he has played 3 games during the month. 2 games where they won, and then the other one they drew against AC Horsens. So yeah, James has been in top form, which I will cover, of course, as well I should cover him, of course, in the when I do the weekend recap as well. Yeah, James, what a player. He has gone back to the James that we knew in the African Cup of Nations in 2021, where I think he was nominated for Young African Player of the Year that year, because he was exceptional in the African Cup of Nations that time. He has a little drop in his career, but he's back to his best. Others are still yet to taste defeat. Yes, they are playing in the second tier of the Danish league, because they got relegated last season. But they have been no match for those clubs in that competition. They have won, except one game. I think they have played 13 games or 14 games so far. They've won all their games except one. So it seems like they are going back up to the Superliga. And James has been absolutely exceptional. His passing range is really good. I think in the last 2 of the last 3 games he completed the most passes for his club, and he was at the top for pass accuracy as well. He's having a great season. Aliou Fadera is the other player that we nominated. Fadera, yeah. Among all these players, he's the only one playing in the top 5 leagues in the world. So, the top 5 leagues in the world is England, Italy, Spain, Germany, and where is it? Is it Italy? And France? Yeah, these are the top 5 leagues according to their calculation. These are the top 5 leagues. So Aliou Fadera is the only one playing in the top 5 leagues in the world. So sometimes it's harder to play in these leagues than to play in the other leagues. So we have to take those things into consideration. He did not score a lot of goals. He scored 1 and assisted 1. He played 6 games. Those 6 games, 2 were for the national team and 4 for his club, Como. For Como, the 4 games he played, the first one he came off the bench. Those were the first 3 games that Como played this season. They lost they lost 2 and they drew 1. They were without a win in their first 3 games of the Serie A season. Aliou Fadera started the subsequent 3 games. That is the next 3 games after those 3. And they have been unbeaten. They have won twice and they have drew once. And Aliou Fadera has an impact in each and every one of these 3 games. The first one was a draw 2-2. I think it was against Bologna. He created the pass for the player who lead to the own goal. Like he put a through pass for a player, the player take a shot, and then the defender touched the ball, and it was an own goal. So you will not see his name in that goal, but if you watch the video, you will see what he did on that occasion. And then after that, they played against Atalanta. He scored an exceptional goal against Atalanta. It was inside Atalanta. They are the Europa League defending champions. They won the Europa League last season, knocked out clubs like Liverpool in the Europa League. They played against Como. That was the first win that Como got this season. And Aliou Fadera scored an exceptional solo goal in that one. And this weekend as well, he was there. They won again, and he created one of the assists. So he assisted one of the goals. Yes, the numbers will not tell you Aliou Fadera should win it, but to be honest, he has had a massive impact at Como. So yeah, but at the end of the day, it's your votes that count. I just wanted to talk a bit about these 4 players, guys. So let's crack on and move on to the weekend recap. Weekend recap, basically looking at the best performing players this weekend. Ali Ferreira, he was one of them. James Gomez was one of them. Abdullah Cisse was one of them. Musa Baro did not score this weekend, but he was also involved in games this weekend. Like I said, James Gomez, he was involved with Odense. He got his first goal for them this season. He got his first goal for them this season in their 2-1 win in the Danish Division 1. That was his second. That was his first goal for the club. And he was immense at the back. He completed the most passes in the game. He created the most. He completed the highest. He had the highest percentage pass completion rate as well. Alassane Mane also was involved in that game. He played in the middle, and Odense are just unstoppable in the Danish Division 1. And the next player, Abdullah Cisse, this weekend too, he was impactful. They won their game 3-0, and Cisse scored 1 and assisted another one. So we got a goal and an assist this weekend. Steck was in goal, kept the clean sheet. Suso was on the bench. I don't think he came on in that one. But Cisse, that's what he did this weekend. And then our boy Adam Abojang also, we saw him. He made his debut for Grasshoppers in Switzerland. It was good to see him. It was good to see him play his first game for Grasshoppers. Coming up for the final 5 minutes, they won that game 1-0. They won that game 1-0, and Ibrahim Akoli was on the other side. Ibrahim Akoli's Young Boys. It was away, actually, inside the Young Boys. Ibrahim Akoli himself, he also came off the bench. And the two Gambians, they clash. Adama, it's somebody we want to see, We want to see him get minutes because we see him as a huge potential. He has massive potential, so the minutes will not do him any harm. And then, also getting a coach that will play him in his position, because I get the opportunity to watch him play for his club, that is Stade de Reims, and they were playing him out of position in the wings and stuff, which he was not, he has to do it as a professional footballer at the end of the day. But if you watch the game, you will know that is not his, preferred position. He's not comfortable out wide. He's a box player. He's a striker. He want to be in the middle. So Grasshoppers, they are giving him that opportunity. That would be wonderful. He took a shot from the middle of the pitch. A very confident player, and from the middle of the pitch, he took a shot, and the keeper saved it. It was not very close, but he tried his chance from the middle of the pitch. That shows how confident he is. First game against playing for your new club. Players will want to keep the ball rolling, just pass the ball, square pass and all that. But that's not Adama. He saw an opportunity, an opening, and then he tried to take it. But unfortunately, it did not go in. So hopefully, he will get the ball rolling very soon. Start scoring goals, what we know him for. He's a very good goal scorer. We know that. Start scoring goals at club level, and then kick on from there, because we want to see him back into the national team. We really want to see him back, and when he's firing, he get everything as a striker. Very good when it comes to holding the ball up the pitch. Technically he's good, and he's tall. When I met him, I used to I'm kind of a tall guy, so when I met him, he was much taller than me. I look at him and say, yo, nigga, wow. But and very strong to has pace, everything you need from a striker. I think he has it, hopefully he will get the ball rolling at Young Boys, start scoring goals, and then so we wish him all the best with his time on loan at Young Boys. Another player who made his debut was Moses Chaju. Moses, we remember he moved to Ukraine some time back. last season, but he never get the opportunity to play for his club in the first team, and then he was sent on loan to another club, and now he made a move to another club in the league. He made his first start. He played about 60 minutes before he was taken off. So it was a decent start for him. So he must well. We want to see him, progress in his career, because he's also somebody we rated very highly, especially in that under 20 team. Him and Alaji Sen at the back, they were really good partnership. That is what we missed in the most recent under 20 team. A defenders who can hold the ball, who are not afraid of the ball, who can play with the ball and stuff like that. Technically, that is what we lacked in this most recent under 20 team. Yeah, so it was good to see Moses, back on the pitch, making his debut in the Ukrainian Premier League. So we wish him all the best as well. Like I said, I just mentioned his name. He is also back from his injury. He has been out for almost 4 months for AC Horsens. It's glad to see him back. He has been knocking on the door for the national team as well. So seeing him playing again is something very, very, something that we really welcome, because defense is not our biggest strength as a nation, and I'm saying, he proved in that under 20 that he's a very good leader and a very good ball playing central defender, one of the best we have in the country, to be honest, for Ovanyeme balls. So to see him back with Horsens, I'm glad to see him. So hopefully he will get his minutes. First, he did not play any minutes this weekend, but he was back. And another player, did I skip this guy? Yeah, this guy, I want to talk about him. Musa Dibaga. He's a goalkeeper. Not many know about him. I think I actually knew about him after Tom's press conference. I'm sorry, after Johnny's press conference in the last international break, when Gambia was scheduled to take on Tunisia and Comoros. Tom mentioned that there's a Gambian goalkeeper playing in Scotland. He did not mention the name then, so I had to do my digging and then find out that it was him, Musa Dibaga. He is a Spanish born, but he has the will to play for Gambia. So it's all about Gambia calling him to come and represent the country. Massive goalkeeper, huge build. My brother ML called him Badembo 2.0 because he's as huge as Badembo Toure. We also know that goalkeeping is not our biggest strength, especially at this moment. Toldo, he's now he's now old, and then you have Baukar Gay, who was the first choice. He is now injured. Now, we don't really have a really number one goalkeeper. We can see in the last 2 international breaks, the first one, Stek was playing. He played 2 games. The second one, Ibrahima CSCB was playing. So the goalkeeping situation is still not set. We are still not, we still don't have a established number one as it stands. So he also is a Gambian, having a very, very good season, to be honest, having a good season with Inverness. Inverness are playing in the Scottish second tier league second tier league third tier league in Scotland, because in Scotland you have the Scottish League, the Championship, and then League One. So he's playing in League One. Inverness, they got relegated last season, so he joined them this season from another lower league team. But when he came in, he was not the number one goalkeeper. There was a number one goalkeeper already. But in no time, he claimed that number one spot, and now he's the number one goalkeeper for Scotland, for Inverness. Inverness is coached by a very popular player too, by the way. The coach of Inverness is Duncan Ferguson. He used to be a striker. He's a legend for Everton Football Club. Like big striker, he used to be at Everton. He's the coach at Inverness, so he's coaching him. And he's having a very, very good season. This weekend, they drew 0-0. He saved the penalty for them, a very good penalty save. During the month, I think he's kept a couple of clean sheets, and also the club is unbeaten during the month. He's doing a very good job there. So Musa Dibaga is somebody, I will not be surprised if Coach Jonathan McGinstry name him in this squad, because last time he was talking about him, and then, over the course of that period, I don't think there is any Gambian goalkeeper who really establish himself to be the number one. Steck is doing very well with Paide, Sibi is doing decent starting. But then if you look at what happened over the course of the month, I don't think they have gone to the next level. Or somebody has stand out as a goalkeeper for Gambia. So, and then, the third spot for the goalkeeper is still up for grabs. Lamin Sarr was there some time back. After Lamin Sarr, you brought in Lamin Sedi. Lamin Sedi played there for like last time Lamin Sedi was there. So yeah, Musa Dibaga can also claim he has a claim to be in that team because he has. I think if I have to be honest, I think who's the most standout Gambian goalkeeper since the last international break, it is Musa Dibaga, in my opinion. Yeah. I see somebody commenting Omar Koli injury. Yeah, I'm aware of his injury. He was out last week, so I was gonna touch that later. But yeah, I will do that. Thank you very much for that comment, Bill Gum. I will do that. I spoke about James Adama. Yeah, another player. Yeah, this was Ibrahim Koli and Adama Bojang swabbing Jazz, which was something really that touched me. It was wonderful to see. I want to see Gambian players do this more. I saw Musa Barrow did it with Modu Barrow most recently as well. So it's nice. It's nice to see them, swabbing jerseys and stuff like that, because these things, you can keep them. You can keep them as memorabilia for a long time. If you watch Steve, his house, I saw a lot of jerseys that he has there and stuff like that. So these are nice things to have, and they are two top guys. Ibrahim Okoli is a top guy, Adam Abuya is a top guy. So yeah, wonderful thing. Also over there in Scotland, these two players too are not in Scotland, Sweden, Norrköping. You have Yaya Kali and Jesper Cisse. These two players are also doing really, really well down there. Jesper Cisse, he was also knocking on the door for the Gambia national team national team. He was named in the squad once, but he did not play during that international break. He was on the bench. And, people were excited about him because he's an exciting player as well. Good midfielder, doing great stuff. But before last month, he lost his place at Norrköping. He was not playing at all, coming off for cameo appearance here and there. But that has changed. Over the course of September, he started every single game for the club because the club struggled when he was not in the team, when they were benching him. And then, that is what happened in football. If you are not performing well, they put you on the bench. And if the team is not performing well, maybe you get your spot back. And then you try to make a claim for that spot. And that's exactly what Jesper did. He lost his spot for whatever reason, I don't know. But then he regained that spot at the start of this month. And then every single game he has started, he has been one of their best players. Last week, he was their man of the match, putting in some very, very good performances. Since he came back into the team, Norrköping has not lost a game. So you can say, he has an impact returning to the team. And then you have Yaya Kali as well, like left back. We know we have a host of left backs who can play for the national team. There is Ibu Ture, the Mr. Consistency. Jacob Mendy he has returned back to fitness. He's getting back to his levels. Seni Sanyang, is also a very good left back, but of late he's not playing. So the left back spot, or the cover for the left back spot for Ibu Ture, I'm sure he's going to be in the national team, but who's going to cover him this time could change. Seni has been there for the last two international breaks. But since that international break to this date, he has not played for his club, which means it will be difficult for him to make the national team. So I will not be surprised as well if we see a new name. Yaya Kali is doing very well. I think he was named in the squad some time back, but for whatever reason, he did not turn up. I don't know what was that. That was during Tom's time. So we have to wait on that one and see, but he has been playing regularly. He has been doing well with Norrköping. Like I say, Norrköping were unbeaten during the month, and he has been an ever-present in that team. This weekend was no different. He started the game. They drew the game though, 0-0. Yeah, I already covered this one. Mahmoud Bajo as well, I think he's also somebody who could come back into the national team, definitely. Last time he missed out on the national team, but, um, since then he has, like, I think he has just been doing what he has been doing because he was not even doing badly when he missed out. It's just that the coach has options at midfield, and then he preferred the experienced players over him. But he was, he has been a regular. He's, I think, Fo posted some time back that he is one of the, like, he has the most starts of any Gambian player during the course of the year. And every single week he starts. Every single game he is starting. This week was no different as well. He started. They drew the game 0-0. He put in another decent performance, another decent show. He's a top player. I suspect he will come back to the national team, but we have to wait on that one and see what Coach Jonathan McKinstry will do. Yeah. Speaking of Omar Colley, Sawaji, Bill Gum, Chama, how about Omar Colley's injury? I think he picked up last. Yeah. I checked about the injury. What I saw about his injury is a knock, and he was scheduled to come back in the middle of October. And coming back in the middle of October, it's kind of the international break. So if he's not available this upcoming weekend, it will be very difficult for his club to let him go. Because they will claim he is injured, because that's why he did not play this weekend. But of course, he's an important player for the Gambia. He's the captain, he's the leader. And then looking at the other options in central defense, looking at their playing time, looking at their experience, I am worried that if Omar Colley is not there, it's going to be an issue. James, yes, he's been in exceptional form, and he's also another leader, but who's going to partner him? Idrissa Cisse, he has only played 14 minutes of club football since the Gambia played the international break. He has lost his place in his team. He was a starter when he moved, but then he lost his place. He lost his place. So it will be difficult to bring him in. But again, when he comes to the national team, he usually do a great job. When Jonathan bring him for the first time, people did not know much about him. Of course, if you follow the under 20 in the past, you will have known about him. But it was a surprise one coming from the Senegal League, and then coming straight into the national team, and he did a very, very good job during that period. But now, of late, form is quite an issue. I mentioned that on the Gambia Football Show. It's kind of worrying for me that we are going into the international break and most of our players are not in the best of form. There are some in good form. Musa Barrow, the players we nominated, James Gomez, Alassane Mane, Abdoulaye Cisse, and then Aliou Ferreira. These players are in form. Musa Barrow, like I mentioned. But there are other players like Yankuba Minte is not in the greatest of his form at this moment in time. Ali Sow is not in the great form. Omar Colley is still getting back to to life with his new club, so he's not in the best of his form. We have the goalkeeping problem. Our right back, Joseph Cisse, he's not also in the best of form. He was benched this weekend. I think the last two games he was on the bench actually. And then you look at maybe the left back, Ibu Toure. He's a consistent guy. He's playing week in, week out, but his club are not in the best of form. They failed to win a single game during the month of September. They got only 2 draws and then lost 2 or 3 games. I think they got 1 win. That was in the EFL Cup, which is the cup where they play against the under 21s of other clubs, like the bigger clubs. Like, for example, they were playing against Everton under 21, so they won that game. So it is a worry, the defense. If Omar Colley is not gonna be fit, it is gonna be a worry in the central. Lion Jai is there as well. This weekend they won against Odd. I forgot to mention that game, Odd. That is where Sirif Sinyan is a player who is also picking up form. Since moving to Odd in Norway, he has been doing really well, Sirif Sinyan. This week they lost, but during the month, he has been one of their best performers. If you look at the ratings that he is having in games, and he helped the club, kept a couple of clean sheets. Sirif Sinyan has been in the team in the past. So he is somebody who could be in reckoning, who could be considered by the coach, Sirif Sinyan. Yeah. Mohamed mu ne ma laka olof. ma try jaase olof bi ak angale bi dégguma ñaari yëpp dégguma angale suma angale setut suma olof setut so dama try rek xam nga so but xam nga so they wax ay about statistics ak all those kind of things, it's better nga use English because it's difficult pour ma use more ko si olof ak yooyu noonu. When you're talking about numbers sometimes it makes it very difficult, especially when it comes to football. So moo tax ma nekk di stick to the English, but yeah, wherever possible I will try to mix it up with the olof. Small olof bu setut bi. Yeah, there is also Noha Sonko. He's also an option. He's playing week in, week out, but according to the last time, what we had was he was not ready to come back to the national team because of some issues. So I don't know the full details of that, but that was what was being reported. So yeah, central back is gonna be a problem. I don't know if you mentioned Germano, he's not in the best of form. So there are a few players who are not in the best of their form going into the international break, and that is kind of worrying for me. Hopefully we can get the job done against Madagascar in the two legs, but the form of the players going into this is not the greatest. It's not as good as it has been in the past. I even have a struggle in try to pick the best 11. Like, every month we have the Jola Football Bantaba Player of the Month. We also have the Jola Football Bantaba Team of the Month. Like, based on the performance of players, we pick the best performing Gambian 11. But in some positions, I'm finding it difficult to put there a player because the level of performance is quite low in some positions. Left back is not great. Like I said, Kali has been doing well with his club. He's playing week in, week out. Ibutire, his club have not won any game this month. Ibutire even lost his place at some point. He was benched in their last game when they lost 4-1. But then after that, immediately they bring him back because, of course, I'm sure they know he's a valuable player for them. But the fact that he was benched, it signifies something. So, and then you look at, like I say, Jacob has just returned back from injury. Left back is not. Sini Sanya is not playing at all. He has not played a single minute since the international break. So it's difficult to make. It's difficult to put him in there. Mohamed Jan, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that comment. Yeah, and then you look at right back Joseph Cisse. Decent. Somebody just mentioned another player, Alexander Jallo. Yeah, he is a potential Gambia player, but I don't know because he's not born in the Gambia, so I don't know if he has been approved to play for Gambia yet. But yeah, he's also another player. He's also another option. I think he plays. He's a defender. He can play also as a right back, something like that. I did not check. Yeah. Bill Jamano played a couple of games. Yeah, played a couple of 90 minutes. But of course, you look at the performance as well. The impact that he has. His team won, I think, 6-0 in the last game. And then the Senegalese guy scored hat-trick. I think he did not have any involvement in any of the goals. But of course, he played 90 minutes. He did not score a single goal this month. He did not create a single assist this month. So that's why I say he's not in the best of form. And if you are talking about Jamano, you are talking about a player who scores goals. You are talking about a player who creates goals or who creates assists. If he does not have any of those over the course of the month, you cannot call that a good month for him, even if he plays minutes, because we want to see him score goals and create assists. That's why I say he did not have the best of month, if you understand. But maybe the performance was good. I did not watch the games. So most of the times I watch the highlights of these games because I cannot watch all the games. I watch some of them, but most of them I only watch highlights or I just monitor the data and then see the statistics and stuff like that. That's how I do it. I cannot do it for all of them. There are more than 150 Gambian players, and I'm following most of them. I'm following their progress, but I cannot be watching every single game. I have a life as well. Yeah. So that's gonna be the worry. Up top, I think we are okay. I would love to see Abdullah Cisse get some minutes this time because the boy, whatever he touches, it turns to goals this time. Like, last time he was in the squad, he didn't get any minutes, but I would love to see him get minutes this time. If he get minutes with the national team, that would be absolutely wonderful. So now, I can move on to the final topic I want to discuss. That is the squad selection. Even though I've started touching on the squad, who should be in and who should be out, because for me, and Sirif just mentioned that, yeah, before I move to the squad, even strikers, we have Sidi Jata who is playing in champion. Yeah, definitely. I would love to see Sidi Jata in the national team. He is doing an exceptional stuff. Last week he scored a goal and got red carded. That is the second time he's done that. He's a very good player. He's a very good player playing in the Champions League, like you say. I've followed him for a while now, and I know how much his coach rated him at SK Stormgrass. Suleiman Racing, yeah. He's also an option, but he's an attacking player. So in that attacking spot, of course, I will come and name my tentative squad. What I think should be in the squad going into the international break, which will be named by Jonathan on Thursday, the day after tomorrow. Well, by the way, we'll be here to monitor, to follow the press conference. We'll do a live stream and hear what Jonathan say, and then we will react to that immediately after the press conference. Yeah, Suleiman is doing really well at racing. I'm Suleiman Kamara. I'm actually following him as well. I see what he's doing. I think he started off very well, but he has dropped off a little bit in terms of the returns. I think in his first 3 games he got a goal and he got an assist, and then since then he has not got any goal involvement unless I missed something. But I don't think he has got any goal involvement since he got his first goal and his assist in the first 3 games that he played for Racing. So yeah, I'm following him as well. There is also the other kid Drame playing at Hearts in Scotland. He's also somebody. We have Adam Sidibe in Scotland as well, doing well. Yeah, he's doing well in Scotland, but he has missed the last 4 games due to suspension. I actually had to ask him because he got 2 yellow cards against Motherwell. That was before the international break last time. He got 2 yellow cards. Then, of course, 2 yellow cards is a red card. But in English football, and I believe English football and Scottish football are kind of very similar in the way they do their punishment. 2 yellow cards is usually 1 game suspension. But he sat 4 games suspended. So I had to text him. I had to check why did Adam Sidibe get suspended for 4 games. Then I have to ask him. I say, why? He said the Scottish rules. It's about the Scottish rules or something, which I was not aware of. So, but he'll be back this weekend. He'll be back for them this weekend. They play against Rangers, which will not be an easy game. That is St. Johnston. They play against Rangers in the Ibrox. Hopefully Adam Sidibe will bring back the spark for them. Last week they lost very badly against Celtic without Sidibe. Hopefully his return will help them get some points as well. Yeah, but let me just go through the comments first before I look at the squad that I will go with, or my tentative squad for my preferred squad, I would say, for the national team. Let me just go to again. Can do say hi, yeah bro, Nala. Ferreira is very good player, but I don't understand when he's playing for the national team. I don't really understand. I know that action, what happened against Tunisia, is still haunting people. I know Ferreira should have gone and take that shot, but yeah, he's still a very good player, So also, he's coming into the national team this time in form, which could be a good thing. So let's see what he can bring. Hi, bro, Usman Job, Nala. How about Haruna Njai? Oh, Haruna Rasin Njai. Oh yeah, the kid is doing well. RFS are absolutely dominating the Latvian league, and Haruna is having an impact. We saw what he did last week in the cup. He scored on his bad day. They won the quarterfinals of the cup and then progressed to the semifinals of the cup. And thanks to Haruna, he's a top lad. I'm sure he's also very close to the Gambia national team now. It will take some maybe it's difficult to break into the national team, especially in that midfield. You see, Mahmoud Bajo, he lost his spot. And Mahmoud Bajo is ahead of Haruna Rashid Njai in terms of their development. Mahmoud Bajo has gone to Port Brezover, spent there a whole season, and then started playing for a better team in the Slovakian league. Signed him, that is DAC, and now he's playing there. But Haruna Rashid Njai comes straight in, Latvian champions, RFS, and then they are in the Europa League. He made his debut in the Europa League, which is wonderful. He's progressing at a very fast pace. But still, if Mahmoud Bajo cannot break in to the national team fully, then I think it will still take a little bit of time for Haruna as well. But I would love to see. These are the two futures of Gambian midfield. They are two of the futures of Gambian midfield, without shadow of a doubt. Haruna Rasinjai and Mahmoud Bajo. Yeah, Billy. Good afternoon. Yeah, we need central defenders like Moses, who will replace Omar as time goes. Yeah, definitely. Omar Koli, we have to think about that in the future. His replacement is very important. Chama, how about Omar Koli's injury? I was talking about that earlier. From last month, after Ibrahima, is this guy, I believe coach will call him. Yeah. That was the goalkeeper, yeah. Alexander Jallo, yeah, I spoke about that one. Wow, interesting. If not Idrissa, who very good with Jamio? Who's Jamio? James. Yeah. Mohamed Lion Jai is an option, like Bill say, but he has not made his debut. So you have to be very careful with players who have not made their full debut yet, especially in this competitive games, and what is at stake for the Gambia in this upcoming game. So sometimes you wonder, like Omar Koli just has to come back. To be honest, I would love him to come back. I know he gets his critics sometimes, but yeah, he's a leader. It will be important we have him. Hopefully he will be fit. Hopefully, I cross my fingers. I speak well of. Yeah. Wow, Mohammed Jan, thank you. Sirif Munanaga. Sirifo. Even strikers, we have Sidi Jata. Yeah, I spoke about Sidi Jata. Suleiman Kamara spoke about him. Chama, that was too much. 4 games. Yeah, definitely. 4 game suspension is crazy. Alunjai, Torino. Yeah, kid is doing well. He break into the Torino first team. He's playing in the Serie A, of course, he's still a Swedish youth team international, but of course, he can play for the Gambia. I would love to see him as well. I think now it will be very difficult with the attacking players we have. With the attacking players we have, it's very, very difficult. He would need to be an established player playing week in, week out to be able to host those players ahead of him. Ibrahim Okoli, he plays the same position as Ibrahim Okoli, and Musa Barrow sometimes play on the left wing. We have Aliou Fadera who can play on the left wing, and then on the right you have Yankuba Minte, you have Musa Juara, you have Bambalai. So it's difficult for him to break through now, but seeing him making his debut is something I'm really happy with. Let me take a sip of coffee, guys. Abubakar Bari, he's also unfortunately injured. He was playing this weekend they played against Salzburg. Yeah, he started the game, played about 20-something minutes, and then he was out. He got an injury. I think he got an injury. Last week, he was man of the match for his club against SK Storm Graz. That was Sidi Jata's SK Storm Graz. Played a very good game. Got the man of the match. Put in very good show that one. Got an assist to his name as well. But unfortunately, he is injured. And Fo just reported it. I posted it. If you check our Facebook page, or if you check Fo's Facebook feed or whatever platform that you follow him on, you will see that he posted that Abubakar Bari is out and he will be out for a while. So it means he will not be in for the national team. It's very disappointing. I would love to see him in the national team. I think he has been one of the most consistent performers, most consistent Gambian performers this season. Since moving to Austria Vienna, he has started every single game for them, and every single time he's giving them a very good, good performance. So I'm disappointed that he is injured, but hopefully we wish him all the best. He recovered from this injury soon. press conference what day. Yeah, we will do a watch along, Mohammed. We watch along. Tomorrow, Thursday is the press conference, and we will do a watch along. Like last time we did, we try to react immediately to what the squad is and like any surprises that we have there and all whatnot. So we will do that on Thursday. Hopefully my wife will let me because I'm doing a lot of on my screen, going to work and all that. So I hope so. Yeah, that's it for the comments. So I can move for the final thing, which is this. It's gonna be quick. I'm gonna do a quick one on the squad. I'm not gonna waste much time. Let me just open. Let me just open the squad that we had last time. Give me a minute. I should have done this before this. But nonetheless, you guys give me a minute, and then I will just open the squad and then see some of the positions that I think could be, could be up for grabs. Could be up for grabs. Yeah. Gambia under 20 squad. I think that's the squad here. Okay. Last time in the squad, Emmanuel Similimanga. We need a powerful midfielder with strength and speed, and our left backs are not doing so much well. And I believe Seni Sanyang. It is confusing about Cisse, what his playing role in Italy. Yeah, let me give me a minute. Let me talk about that. Okay, that's the squad. Okay, Seni Sanyang. Like I say, I love the kid. He was one of my favorite players in the under 20. The two fullbacks were one of my favorite players. So I'm so sad that Bakari, what is his name again? Bakari Jawara, the right back who was playing for the Gambia under 20 when we went to the World Cup. He's currently, I don't know where he is right now. Last time I heard he was in the Gambia. So I'm disappointed because I really rated that kid. Seni was another player that I really rated in that team. And yeah, I was happy to see him in the national team. But I think the upcoming national team, I don't think Seni deserves a spot. I don't think so. For the simple fact that he's not playing. He has not played a single minute since the last international break for his club, CSK Sofia. He has not played a single minute. So for me, the way I want to see the national team is very clear. Players playing in their club, players doing well at their club level, and then you look at the level of competition, all those kind of things. So unfortunately, he's not. So I don't think. And I think the left back, I'm quite comfortable with Ibu Toure. Ibu Toure always, he's Mr. Consistency. Like I say, he always gives you a good performance every single time he comes to the national team. So I'm quite comfortable with that. To cover him at left back is the issue now. Seni was there for the last two times. Who's going to be there this time? I mentioned Yaya Kali, who plays for Norrköping in Sweden with Jesper Cisse, Norrköping. He's somebody I would consider if he's available. He was named in the squad during Tomstad, but he did not turn up for whatever reason. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. And then the other thing you say is it is confusing about Cisse. What he's playing role in Italy? Oh, okay, Joseph Cisse. Joseph started very well when he moved to Italy. He was starting every single game, just before the last international break, one game or so, he lost his spot. And then when he returned back, he did not get into the team immediately. Recently, I saw him play a couple of games, and then now he's back on the bench. So it is in, out for Joseph Cisse. Cesena, they won this weekend. He did not play. He was on the bench. Yeah, that is the situation with Joseph. How is Baboucarr Ndiaye, America? Oh, Baboucarr Ndiaye, left back. He is also, yeah. He plays left fullback, left winger. I think he's playing in the USL. I don't really understand the American football system, to be honest, because it's so complicated. Their things are never simple. So I don't understand the American football system. But he is not playing in the MLS. He's playing at another league in the US. Yeah, he's a decent player as well. An option for left back. He has been knocking on the door to be in the national team, so he could be an option for Coach Jonathan McKinstry. It's a good shout. It's a good shout, definitely. Maguma. Yeah, hello. Yeah. So finally, let's talk about the squad. I have already touched things about the squad, but let me go and give my honest opinions about the squad. In goalkeeper, the last time we saw Steck, CSTV, and Lamin Sedi, we are happy to see Lamin Sedi in the squad. He was on trials at that time in South Africa. Now, as far as I know, they say he's in the Gambia. Real de Banjul, he's still a Real de Banjul player. The league is not started in the Gambia. So, as a goalkeeper who was coming there in as an, inexperienced goalkeeper to the national team coming in for the first time, I don't mind, not going with him this time around, especially considering the fact that we have a goalkeeper who's doing really well, despite being in the Scottish third-tier league. Lamin Sarr is also not far off. He's playing in Sweden. Unfortunately, I also saw that he did not start their last game for whatever reason, I don't know. So I will give this guy, the Spanish-born goalkeeper, a chance to be in the squad, to see him as well. Not necessarily to start him, to bring him and start him, no, but to bring him and also see him firsthand as a coach. I will bring him in, just like you did with Lamin Sedi. I will do the same thing with that guy, bring him into the team. So he will replace Lamin Sedi for me in goal. And then if you look at in defense, the last time we had there Omar Koli, Seni Sanyang, James Gomez, Joseph Cisse, Idrissa Cisse, Ibu Toure, Modou Layon Ndiaye, and Doudou Dadigay. The only player I would change there, or the two players I would consider changing, are Seni and Idrissa. Two players I would consider changing are Seni and Idrissa. Idrissa for the fact that he is not playing. And I will only change him provided that Nuha Sonko Sonback is coming back. If Nuha is not coming back, I will keep Idrissa Cisse to have 4 central defenders. But if Nuha is coming back, I only need 4 central defenders. Then in that case, I will go Omar Koli, James Gomez, and Modou Layon Ndiaye. And then that final spot, I will go with Nuha Sonko if he is available, which I don't know. That's my opinion. I'm sure people may differ about Idrissa. Like, I enjoy watching him play. I saw the impact that he had. But you have to be competing at your club to be in the national team. That is very, very important, especially for players who are not so experienced in the national team. You have to be competing, and he's playing in Serbia. Serbia is not the biggest league in the world, so he has to be in that team. That's my take. He has to be in that team to be in the national team. Joseph, I will keep him. Because we are struggling at right back. Doudou Dadigay, he is playing for KFUM with Layon Ndiaye. I will also keep him. And then Seni, I will replace him with Yaya Kali. In my opinion, if Yaya Kali is available, I will bring in Yaya Kali. I don't think Jacob Mendy is ready yet to come back into the national team because he's not even ready to start games for his club. So I will not bring him into the national team yet. I will give him some time to recover. Use that international break to build up his fitness. So I will bring in Yaya Kali probably. I don't know Omar Gay to what he is doing right now. He had a very good time in the previous international break. I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know his state. To be honest, I did not check that. I should have done that. So that's what I would do in defense. In midfield, last time we saw Ibrahim Ogdabo, Hamza Bari, Ibu Adams, Abla Jallo, Alassane Mane. I will keep basically all of them. I will keep basically all of them. I might move Abla Jallo or Musa Barrow up top. Because we had 8 attackers, I will move them up top, and then I will add another midfielder like Mamadou Bayo. I will bring Mamadou Bayo into the midfield this time around. Jasper Cisse too is knocking on the door. I think I may consider him, Jasper Cisse, because he had a very good month. I may consider him as well. But if I had to bring in one extra midfielder, it will be Mamadou Bayo, in my opinion. And up top, you have Ibrahima Koli, Adama Sidibe, Abdoulaye Cisse, Yankuba Minte, Aliou Fadera, Musa Juara, and Ali Sow. Those were the 7 that he went with last time. The only one I might be tempted to leave out is Musa Juara, because of his club are struggling, just like Hamza. Their club are struggling, Violet, they are struggling really badly. They have not got a single point this season, not a single one. They have not even drawn a single game. They have lost every single game that they have played in. And now you are seeing Musa Juara and Hamza, both of them are in and out of the team. Especially Musa Juara. Most of the time he's out of the team. So if you have other options, as like Bambala is injured right now, we don't have a lot of options up there. Even Adam Sidibe, like I was saying, he has not played since the international break. But for him, it was because of the 4-game suspension. It was not because he lost his place in the team. He has been training with the team. If you look at their training pictures, he has been there. So it's because of the suspension. So I will still keep him. I will still keep him in the squad. Yeah, and like you guys said, if there's the possibility of bringing somebody like CD Jata who is playing in the Champions League, yeah, I'm gonna take it. Even Mahdi Kamara, guys. Yeah, went in the what did he say? When is the game against Madagascar? The game against Madagascar is gonna be next week Friday, 2:00 Gambian time. 2:00 Gambian time. I will have to confirm that for you. I posted it on our socials. If you follow Jollof Football Bantava socials, you will see that we posted it. 2:00 Gambian time. That is Time Juma la game we play on Friday, and then following Monday we play the second game against them. Both games will be played in Morocco, so it's very important game. They are very, very important, crucial games. This will decide if we stay in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers or not. Definitely, these 2 games, they are really, really important. So I cannot even emphasize how important these games are. So guys, yeah, that was it. This is the first time I'm doing the live stream. I'm doing the weekend recap live stream. It's a bit long, because I added a little bit of things there. I did the September Player of the Month, and also I did my squad selection for these qualifiers. So that's why it's a bit long, 1 hour. I was hoping to make it 30 minutes, but my 30 minutes is always 1 hour, which is very, very, like, I cannot summarize things. Even though I try, but I just cannot make things short. So sorry for keeping you guys this long. Hopefully in the future I will try to have a shorter one, 20 to 30 minutes stream, weekend recap, and maybe sometimes I will bring in some guests to help me along with this weekend recap, guys. If you enjoy it, please make sure you like the video, and if you have not subscribed to the Jollof Football Bantaba platforms, or if you are not following us on any of the other platforms, that is, we are on everywhere. We are everywhere. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. We are also on TikTok, but the TikTok is not really functional. Of course, it will be functional sometime down the line. We are working on that. So make sure you follow us on all these platforms and be patient with us. We are bringing more things your way, guys. If you enjoy it, please make sure you like. I see about 50 people are watching the stream from different platforms, but I have about 22, half of that people like the video. So guys, if you are still watching, it does not hurt. Just give me a like on Facebook or on YouTube. I really appreciate that. So I will catch you guys on Thursday. I'll be back here for the watch along press conference. When Jonathan McKinstry is doing his press conference, I'll be doing a live watch along, listening to the press conference, and then at the end of the press conference, we will react to that. So if you have time during that period too, you can also join us on the live stream, guys. Until we come your way again. Goodbye, guys.